DES, we are here for another broadcast of TNN. It is Weekend Out Wednesday. For lunch today, we're going to have barbecue chicken sandwich, corn, garden salad, fruit juice, and as always, your choice of milk. So that is all that we have. We're going to jump over into Weekend Out Wednesday now.
What's that on your head? What's that on your head? I say, what's that on your head? What's that on your head? Sal's got a wig.
Hey guys, here I am with Pop Chief.
Pop Chief. Since I'm a granddad, about to be a granddad. So that's where I came up with Pop Chief.
Pop Chief. All right, little McKelvey, you're going to have to call him Pop Chief. I'm loving your interpretive wig. It's a wig made out of feathers. I'm loving it.
It's called a headdress.
It's called a headdress.
No,
well, mine looks like a headdress too now. This is a big old wig.
Well, do you want to know what my wig is?
I do want to know what your wig is.
This is going to be very different because this wig is a wig that is what I call expanding your horizons. I have begun to read in my older years, and I'm a history guy. I'm a history minor, and I could teach history if I wanted to, so I'm going to get a chance right now. And my problem was that when I was reading about some of the same type history stuff. I mean, you know, I kept just reading the same, maybe about the Romans or a lot of World War II things. And so I was like, my wig needs to be to read something that I haven't really read a lot about.
Okay.
And I've never really read a lot about the Indians. I even know in fourth grade, I learned all about the Alabama Indians and horseshoe bends, and I even have a couple of arrowheads that were found around this area. You kids can see, and I'll show them to you later on.
Cool.
But I wanted to know a little bit more about the Indians out west. I've never really read about them, and the most famous battle that took place, or one of the most famous battles, was the Battle of Little Bighorn. So my wig is, and this is what I think people need to think about, it's not always about how many, but expanding and doing something different that you normally don't do.
Yeah, I love that.
So that's what I decided to do, was just to expand my horizons a little bit.
In areas of history that you're not used to.
That I wasn't reading about, was the Western Indians. So that's what I did. And
that's an area that I haven't read too much about either. I taught United States history, but I mostly taught United States history from the Civil War to present. So I focused on World War I and World War II.
So anyway, that's my wig. Anything else?
I think that's a phenomenal wig.
What do you think about those? What is that?
It's an arrowhead.
It's an arrowhead.
You put it on the end of a stick and you shoot it and kill something.
That's right. And kids used to find them on the playground up here. They used to come up here. Yeah.
I never found one on the playground.
Well, they found them before you got there. It was before your time. But they used to have them up there. People found them, and so they were found right around here. And a man that collects them gave me a few of them. So kids, really if you want to see them, I'm gonna have them in my pocket. So just come by and say, Coach, I want to see one of your arrowheads.
That's awesome.
And I'll be glad to show them to you. So
it takes a lot of time to do that.
Can you
imagine having to do that?
And they put it, and it worked.
It worked.
Okay.
Probably killed many a deer.
Well, thank you for letting me come on.
Thank you for coming on. And I love the fact that your wig is to just expand what your knowledge. He wants to learn more, and not just because he wants to make a good grade. He doesn't have a grade to make. He just wants to learn because he's a lifelong learner.
It's just interesting.
I love it.
Just interesting.
All right, well, Coach Pop Chief, thank you for coming on Weekend Out Wednesday.
Ho! Ha!
Go Pop Chief. Okay, here I am with our 5th graders, and we're going to learn about their wigs. All right, JJ, we're going to start with you. Tell me a little bit about your wildly important goal.
Okay, my wildly important goal is to make 2 new friends each day.
2 new friends each day. And JJ, how are you going about doing that?
Pretty good. I've made almost the whole class.
Awesome.
And a few in other classes.
And what do you do in order to make those friends?
I talk to them and I just, help them, and so.
That's the first I've heard of that week. I'm loving that week. He talks to them and he's kind to them and helps them out, and that makes a friend. You know what? That's exactly how you make friends. You talk to them and you're kind. All right, JJ, I love that wig. All right, Madison, tell me a little bit about your wig.
Just to make all A's this year.
All A's, okay? And tell me what you're doing to be able to make all A's.
I'm gonna study hard and make sure I get studying before sports and stuff like that.
Okay, she's going to make sure that she puts studying before sports. Can you tell me a habit that works with?
Put first things first.
Put first things first, and so you're going to work first and then play. All right, she's got a habit going on. I love that. All right, so make friends, all A's. Scarlett, tell me what your wig is.
My wig is to get at least 400 AR points.
To get at least 400 AR points. Well, tell me what, Scarlett, how many points you got right now?
Like 320.
320 points already? Holy smokes. Well, so if she's got 320, that means she's got, what, 80 points left before she gets 400? So she's going to totally exceed her goal, because if you've already got 320 and it's November, hold on, is it November? Yeah, it's November. It's November. You're definitely going to get that goal. That's awesome. Give me 5, Scarlett. I love that. This child's been reading, hasn't she? All right, and I hope each and every one of you are reading, okay? You need to be reading and reaching for those AR goals, taking those tests. I heard one quick tidbit that Miss Beck, she is working on an AR goal as well, and so she's reading and taking tests as well. So how cool is that, that one of your teachers is taking a test just like y'all are? All right, well guys, thank you for coming on. How do you like your wigs? Are they cool? Y'all chose some rad colors. See, we got blue and purple, and then I'm just white. I'm getting prepared for when I get old, which will be next week. All right, so I got me a white wig. I'm loving the big hair. All right, well guys, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your wigs with me. We've had a fabulous Wigging Out Wednesday. Hey guys, I'm here with Miss Jackson and her daughter Sarah, and we're going to talk about their wigs. Let's talk about Sarah's wig first. Sarah, tell me about your wig.
My wig is to be more flexible by May 5th.
And tell me why this would be a goal.
Because I'm a dancer.
Because she's a dancer. She's a really good dancer, okay? And so May 5th is your what?
Recital.
May 5th is her recital, so she wants to be able to be flexible, do all of these moves that I would never be able to do. Have watched Dancing with the Stars, and I totally think you could be one of the professional ones on there. All right, well, let's talk about Miss Jackson's wig. Tell me, Miss Jackson, what your wig is.
Well, I failed at my wig.
She failed at her wig.
Yes, big time. My wig was to stay off camera and not have to talk on camera.
Well,
so I
failed it. Here she is. All right, stay off TNN. Well, that didn't work for us, did it, Sarah? Didn't work for your mama either. Fair warning to those teachers out there who your goal is to stay off TNN. You might be on.
It doesn't work.
Tell me what wig you've talked to your kids about, Miss Jackson.
Okay, I do have another wig, and it is to exercise more.
Okay.
To try to exercise at least 30 minutes, 4 times a week.
30 minutes, 4 times a week. I think that's a great goal. Have you been meeting that goal?
Some weeks.
Some weeks.
Not every week.
I don't meet my goal
weeks.
every week either. All right. Well, I think those are fabulous goals. Both of you have physical fitness goals. Do you work out with your mom sometimes, Sarah?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. All right, you could help her out. Okay, well, thank you both for coming on the show and sharing with me about your wig. Do you like your wig?
I do.
I love my hair.
Blonde
Here's our wig.
Miss Jackson and Sarah, they made it on.
They did make it on.
Congratulations.
Thank you for coming
You're
up
looking
and
all,
sharing with us.
Yeah, you look good in your wig. Where'd you get the wigs from? I like them.
No, they just appeared.
That looks like a whole suit. Should go with that. Is it like, do you have that in the way?
No, it's just a wig.
It looks good. Sarah, really?
It's a Barbie.
How did this come about? I know you've been so hard to catch up with. And I mean, how did this come about? You being on TNN?
You gave me no choice.
We did mention that last week. That Sarah called you out, I believe.
Yeah,
Who, Sarah, did you
called
do?
me out.
I did. It was my idea,
It was
Sarah.
your idea.
Sarah,
Truth
look,
is
you cannot look at
It's
that
his
camera and say that was my idea.
It was his idea.
I guess you did. Well, Miss Jackson, thank you for breaking all your wigs. You broke your goal to come on the
Makes me
show.
happy.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
And it worked out. You look beautiful in your wig. And Sarah, as always, do y'all want to end this show with us?
Sure.
All right. Sarah, how about ending it for us?
That brings us to the end of another great broadcast of TNN Tiger News Network. And as we always say, have a great day or not, the choice is yours.